Hi, this is Diego from NutriAdmin, and this is a quick tutorial to show you how to copy-paste text from tables correctly when editing a report in NutriAdmin. So the reason I'm doing this video is because when copy-pasting some of these tables, it can be a bit tricky. So if you had some issues in the past where you try copying a table and only part of the content was copied or the formatting was incorrect, this can help you out. Right, so imagine you have a table like this one. This is just a sample table with some sample text, but your table could have more rows, more columns, different kind of text, so that doesn't matter. What matters is there is a table. And what you may notice is that there's different ways to select this table. So, for example, if you look at where my cursor is, when you click inside of the table, and then you drag with your mouse or trackpad if you're in a laptop, you see how the whole table turns blue. Now you may think this is selecting the text, but if you pay close attention, you may see that this first part of the text is a slightly different shade of blue. So what's happening here is that actually only the text in the first cell is being highlighted and it's going to be copied, and the rest of the table is not. The blue is so it's copying the layout of the table, but only the text in the first cell. So now if you right click and press copy, and now if you paste this just below here, you see this is wrong. It's just copying the first header. It's the same if you try to paste it in a template or anywhere else. You can right click or you can just press Ctrl and V in your keyboard, and this is what you get. So probably not what you wanted. If you want to copy the whole table, the correct way to do it is, but there's actually two ways. So one way is you can click on the top of the table. So you see the cursor is just above the table. So you can click here, hold the click button in your mouse, and now you can drag the cursor, making sure it selects all of the contents in the table, including this little blue thing here. This is a white space, so it's also copying the contents of this empty cell. Now, if you right click and copy, now that all the text are selected, even though the table is not blue, this is gonna work. So you can paste, and you see how this copied the whole table. In some computers, you may have, I'm gonna just delete this, you may have paste and match style. So something like this will just get the text, or it can be paste with formatting or paste and keep formatting, something like that. If you have multiple options of paste, typically it'll be the one that just says paste, but you can experiment with all of them if you're having issues. So this copies the whole table. Now there is an alternative way to do this that maybe will be more comfortable for you, and it is as follows. You just need to click at the beginning of the table, and then you need to press the Shift key in your keyboard. So the Shift key is an arrow pointing upwards. Is probably you know this is the key you press to make a letter uppercase, for example. So you can hold that key, and then you can click at the end of the table, like I'm doing here, and this will select the whole text. So this is very, many people probably are aware of this, but in case you were not aware, is when you hold the Shift key to select anything, it's going to select all the content in between the starting and end point. So like you see here. And now you can copy, and you can paste, and it's pasting the whole table. So finally, there's another way to select the table that will not work, and it's if you just click on the edge of the table. So I'm going to click here. You notice how now these edges are highlighted, and there is a context menu here. So this is just meant for you to edit properties of the table, such as you could add a new row, or you can delete rows, delete columns, etc. If you try copying this by pressing Ctrl-C or Command-C in your keyboard, this will not work. So better take that into account. So yeah, so as a summary, just take into account that you need to click outside of the table, which may be counterintuitive, drag and select the text, or just click at the beginning, hold Shift, and press at the end. And as long as you're highlighting the text in blue like this, it will work. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, as always, you can use the Ask a Question box and we'll get back to you soon. Thank you.